So, welcome guys, welcome to another Medieval 2 commentary video I'll be presenting to you. This time I'm presenting you with an early period battle, no rules, and I'm in command of the Turks. Now this is going to be a very intensive battle, so let's get right to it. Since it's a no rule battle, I brought along 3 horse archer units, 2 Sipahis and one of these fast-moving Turkish horse archers, and these guys are going to tie up 2 of his feudal knights over here. As I said, it's going to be a very intensive battle, so we're getting right at each other's throats from the very start, and he's charging his 3 feudal knights right down at my line, and basically I will do a couple of very grave micromanagement mistakes during this battle. For starters, I left my Allen light cav totally exposed and just as a sitting duck there to be charged by his feudal knights. I have no idea how they're holding up like this, so good like this. Anyway, I'm going to try to sneak my way out of this with some maneuvering. I'm also tying up this unit of feudal knights of his with a couple of my spear militias, and to make things worse, here I have one of my Sipahis caught up by his feudal knights in a melee. That's not a good thing. So 2 very bad micromanagement mistakes from the very start. Luckily, I have one of my Sipahis and the one Turkish Archer unit still in the battle. So we'll see how things fare on this wing later on again. Now, to save the situation here and to try to kill off this big blob of his calf, I brought along these guys. These are the real bad boys of this early age Turkish army. Those were the Naffatuns, and just look at the damage they will cause. They are bombarding. Yeah, they're bombarding my general. Thanks a lot, guys. Yeah, really helpful. No kidding. I mean, yeah, they got my general. That was not planned, but anyway, look at the damage they did. They instantly routed 2 units of feudal knights. Look at this, with 23 and 32 and 19, 15 men left. These 2 units, and those were knights. Knights routed instantly under the bombardment of those Naffatuns. Now that freed up my Allen light cav, and because these guys are really fast moving, I'm gonna use them and hammer and anvil his armored sergeants that engaged my 4 Militia Spearmen. So the backbone of my army is, well, not really stable. That's why the Turks have these guys, and these are my newly found favorite units in the early period. These are the Afghan Javilenmen. These guys have great melee stats. They have armor-piercing javelin attack, great javelin attack, and having in mind that they are 90, there are 90 of in each unit, 90 guys in each unit. I think these guys are even better than the Naffatun. So that's why I brought along 3 of those guys to act both as a backbone if needed, if the spear militias fail, and pepper the enemy's armored troops, European heavily armored troops, with their javelins, and they did their job very well here. And I think this is one of the big mistakes my opponent made. The cav that returned from routing his heavy knights, he used them to engage, well, my archers. Not that my Turkish archers aren't good, they're great, one of the best archer units in early game, but let's face it, he could have used them well, more properly in this situation. The only thing lacking in the early period in the Turkish roster is a backbone infantry unit, so one has to rely on the spear militias. But as I said, if you have since you have the Naffatun and the Afghan Javilenmen in the back, I don't think it's something that you cannot compensate for. On the contrary, I think the Turkish unit roster is the best one you can choose in the early time period battle. And if you don't believe me, hear this one out. In the last couple of days, I played, I think, 8 battles, and all of them in early and high period. 6 of them I played with the Turks, 2 of them I played against the Turks. Let me just put it this way, the Turks won each and every one of those battles. So don't want to be suggestive, but their unit roster in the early time period is really great. And to be perfectly honest, I think battles in the early and high periods are far more tactical and one more fun for me, at least at the moment, than all period battles. Not to say that I'm not going to play all period battles, but at the moment I'm having fun with these early period and late period battles, and high period battles. As you can see, on this wing, I totally killed off one of his feudal knights, and there we can see the remains of that feudal knight units with my 1 Sipahi and 1 Turkish Archer unit, and the other units of his feudal knights he used again to charge my Turkish Archers. Not very smart. He should have used them directly here to hammer and anvil my guys, and not let them just bombard the hell out of his guys. But anyway, he didn't do that, so I'm going to... Oh, what a way to go. Burn, baby, burn. So what I'm going to do is, once I saw that he tried to hammer and anvil me, I'm going to use my horse archers to sneak on his back, and as you can see, well, the battle is beyond the saving point for him. I'm pretty safe in the knowledge that I'm going to win this one, and among other things, thanks to my Afghan Javilenmen, and thanks to basically to the nimble roster of the Turks. I think they're very flexible. You can use them in various ways, but always have in mind that they are not a heavily armored European faction. You have to be more strategical. You have to operate the army in a more nimble way, let's say. And if you master that, I think they're really a great faction to play with. These Naffatuns, they also do not only do actual damage, they also do morale damage. So they can route everything from peasants to knights in a couple of shots, in a couple of bombs. As you can see, my opponent admitted defeat. Good game to him. I deployed 1,500 men. He deployed 1,364 men. I killed or captured 1,100 and something. He killed or captured 700 and something, man, I don't know, 30. As you can see, I have pretty well spread out number of kills per unit, except for these Afghan Javilenmen that really excelled with 120 kills. These guys are basically my as I said, my favorite early period unit. Very flexible guys, love them. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. I can promise you that I'm bringing at least one more battle with the Turks that I'm going to upload, and I hope you'll stick around longer to watch that one too. So thanks again. Bye bye.